Conversations continue here as we get ready for more Forest Festival activities on the way. And the Pet Parade is coming up as a little bit ahead of the Paul Bunyan Grand Parade on Saturday the 4th. I've got PJ Nichols, Bob Burbridge, Tammi Wright here to talk a little bit about the Pet Parade and then what it goes to help for emergency management and more. PJ, let's start with you. And again, for those watching, who do we have here with us today?
These are my beautiful black pugs. This is Sir Lancelot, and Sir Lancelot is Napoleon's son. And that's Napoleon. And Napoleon is dressed as one of the Deckerville cows. And we'll explain what relevance Deckerville has to us.
We certainly will.
And Lance, just so you know, I made this spiky harness just out of a harness from the dollar store and a collar from the dollar store, and put these spikes that you can buy online, and I just taped them on there. And Napoleon had a run-in with a pack of coyotes, and this type of thing saved his life. Wow. So they really work.
They certainly do. One of the things about the Pet Parade that's going to be on Saturday is the funds go back and help the DART program, Disaster Animal Relief and Training there, as it kind of came out of those Deckerville fires a few years ago.
It did. In 2015, there were horrible fires in Deckerville. There's a lot of farmland out there, a lot of grazing, and they were so it was so hot that year, everything was so brittle that within 15 minutes 8 structures were lost.
I remember that.
And so we went up. Why the Deckerville cows are important is we went up with some of my girlfriends because DART was not existent yet, and we went with our horse trailers and whatnot, and this is a Spitfire of the family, can you tell? And we tried to rescue some cows, and we couldn't find them. I hunted for them for 3 days, right? And finally, I found them at a neighbor's yard. She had gone rogue and herded them to her front lawn. And there they were, the Deckerville cows.
It's an important thing and a great way to kind of remember that and the beginnings of DART. Let's bring emergency management in here. Bob, Tammi, if you can, talk a little bit about just the need that the community has for the resources, because there's a lot of big animals that people have, and when you have horses and things like that, it's not like you can normally get, if you have 5 horses, they can't all leave at the same time sometimes because of the trailers and things like that. So these are important ththings that go on.
Yeah, it is tough to plan, especially large animals, even small animals. And it is a responsibility of emergency management to plan for that disaster that came out of the post-Katrina Act.
Oh, right, yeah.
That we do need to plan for that. People don't like to leave their animals behind, and they won't evacuate. And so we really need to try, with limited resources that we have, to provide some assistance to help people start, getting animals out. It is a big lift for large animals, and I know a lot of those large animal owners, horse owners, already have grouped together, and they're good at helping each other. And I think PJ belongs to one of those groups. And so it's...
And one tip, I want to give you a couple of tips, though. If you have to release your horses especially, do not put a halter on them. You might want to take spray paint and spray your phone number on their hooves or their sides. If they have black hoofs, that might be hard, but on their sides of their bodies, just put your phone number on it. And but don't have them wear a halter, because in a fire that can melt into them and it can be dangerous. But horses can, if you have to release them, it's better to release them than keep them in the barn.
Well, let's talk about the parade and figure out the times and all that stuff.
Okay. The Family and Pet Parade, and this is the enrollment form. Sorry, Lance got a hold of it this morning.
There you go.
I wanted to... Can you hold that up,
Sure.
Bob? There you go. That's the enrollment form, and it's going to be in the Journal. It'll be around town. We're going to bring it to the schools and whatnot. We're lining up on 5th Street and Railroad at 9:30. The judging starts at about 9:45, and the parade itself, the pet parade, starts at 10:30. So we're going to line up. We have a band. The royalty leads the parade with the banners, and it's just before the big parade, which starts at 11. So, and it's kind of fun. You win first place for. You want to read those categories off, Bob?
Yeah, Bob.
Can you read?
Well, you have the group and family entry.
Can you read, Bob?
Well, I didn't know if he had to have glasses on, but then I looked up and saw he had glasses on. So.
Not that old.
Yeah.
Back to our roots theme: the decorated wagon, the decorated bike, the pet costumes, both group and individual, and the individual costumes that are the humans that are all dressed up. So. We have missed PJ and her energy after the Deckerville fires. PJ came to emergency management, and the offer was there, and we countered, or emergency management countered with the basic training that had to go on before we could create DART. And PJ was just like, "Tell me what it is. We're going to do it." She did it, and this is a side effect of COVID. Our DART team had to relax. The CERT. Community emergency response teams, they just had to relax during all the first 2 years, and the numbers are still up. We have to be careful right now. It's not quite an endemic right now, but one of the charges that I've been giving in my new position is to re-energize DART, re-energize CERT, and we're reaching out to the communities. And so if any of the CERT members or the DART members are in our listening audience, we're reaching out. It's time to re-energize, and it's time to mobilize Mason County.
And we need new members. So, and you don't have to be rescuing the animals. You can help in many, many ways. Just helping to collect food, helping. We don't take cash donations, but we do take Tractor Supply cards. So, we can, if we need equipment or food, then we have the card, and then we can buy it that day and not have to store it anywhere. Right. But we need people just to come. We rescue small animals too. We need all kinds of people just to help find us places to put the horses. When we do rescue them, we need a place to store them for maybe even a couple of weeks, until people get on their feet. Yeah.
Well, PJ, it's always good to see you, and you're bringing the dogs in, and you've brought them in for years now, and it's always good to see them. Napoleon and Lancelot, Tammy, good to see you, and then Bob, for those who are seeing you now, maybe for the first time in your new role from when you were chief at Fire District 4. Again, what's the title there at Emergency Management?
I am the training and exercise coordinator.
Okay.
And I'll tell you that John and Tammy and I are celebrating the fact that we're working under one division in the county. The three of us have worked within emergency management for over 15 years, just from 3 separate jurisdictions.
Sure.
So for me, it's a celebration to work with these 2 wonderful individuals.
That's awesome.
I'm having a ball.
Yeah, good.
Before we end up, I'd like to say that everybody that participates in the Family and Pet Parade will get one of these emergency preparedness for pet owners pamphlets.
Oh, good.
And so we're giving that out this year as well.
Well, you can sign up, and we'll put the links to that too, or we'll see you there at the Get Ready early morning on Saturday the 4th for the Pet Parade, just before the Grand Parade for Paul Bunyan, all part of Forest Festival. Thank you guys for all coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.